moment, yeah. When I'm in the moment, in the moment, in the moment, yeah. When I'm in the moment, in the moment, in the moment, yeah. When I'm in the moment, in the moment.
Now we're gonna play this video. This is the main reason why I say dating is dead, guys. Because we got women like this, and this is what you're gonna have to deal with, man. Now I know we've all seen this already, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on.
Okay, almost there. Just need to find some parking.
Red flag number one. Red flag number one. This chick is filming. Red flag number one. This chick is filming the dates. You got to watch out for these women that want to go and film everything and put their business on social media because they will definitely embarrass you. They will look at Jada and Will Smith. Look at Jada and Will Smith right now. Women don't know when to be quiet. They always talk. They love to talk. They love to go out and talk and tell everybody their business. So look at this woman right here going online, telling everybody what's going on, not giving the man's permission. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory. No?
Nothing. I'm just talking to the girls.
Okay. Tell them I said hi.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Whew.
Let me just get the door.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have never heard no disrespect for no Cheesecake Factory. I don't know about you, but I always thought Cheesecake Factory was a fancy restaurant. Like I've been in a Cheesecake Factory maybe like 2 or 3 times in my lifetime. I'm 34 years old. I know where Cheesecake Factory is. Cheesecake Factory not too far from my house. I've never thought about taking a date to a Cheesecake Factory like ever. I thought that was like upscale date right there. So I didn't even know that women didn't even like no Cheesecake Factory. Next thing you know, they're gonna be complaining about Ruth Chris. that's what I that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm like, damn. Next thing you know, they're gonna be complaining about going to Ruth Chris. Like that's too cheap. That's wild.
Door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Mm-mm.
Now I know people probably gonna think it's a skit. It might be a skit, but we're gonna just gonna assume this is real because I can see what people might think is a skit because the way she's acting, yo, this is very disrespectful right here. I have never seen a woman act like this ever. Now, oh, man, this got to be a skit, man, because this is so disrespectful to this man. If this is real, that this dude he's even trying to open her door. Now watch this, watch this. Her behavior is just disgusting to me.
Mm-mm.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
Like what?
Uh, did you want me to open the door for you?
Look at look.
What?
You're recording me?
Yeah.
What kind of behavior is that? Like he's trying to open the door and then she locks the door to his car. And then she just opens the window like nah. Like what? That is so weird. I don't know. Like I mean I just went on a date like a couple weeks ago. But I don't know if this is a new thing that's going on that these women are doing. Like even when you even when you do the respectful thing, I don't do that opening door crap. Like I know all about that. Oh, open the door for a woman and all that dumb crap like that. Or pull out her chair and all that dummy stuff. I don't do that crap no more. This dude is doing that, and she is still being disrespectful. This is what we're talking about right now. Modern women are insatiable. You could be the nicest dude that pays all the bills, that makes her life super easy, that she does absolutely nothing, and she will still destroy your family because you didn't take out the trash last week, or you didn't get her the car that she wanted. You got her some other car, something. You've been separated for 7 years because you just wasn't you just wasn't compatible. This is what we're talking about right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
Shoot, the Cheesecake Factory too good for y'all for a dates, man. I don't know. For a first date, Cheesecake Factory? That's too good. Too expensive for my taste. I take this chick to Starbucks or some crap.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who, who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
He was ready to destroy her. He was like, let's talk about it. Now it's crazy that again the ego of modern women, man, the ego of modern women right here. Talking about who takes someone like this to a chain restaurant? What kind of sense does that make, man? If you looked really good, honestly, you would have been wifed up already. Because yes, we love the we initially we want to take a woman out of looks, but if we're actually dating her and then we're taking her out to a restaurant like this, we're trying to get to know you, your personality, and she's displaying her personality even before they go inside a restaurant. And what's crazy is her personality is disgusting. So it's a no wonder why she don't even look she looks decent. I'm not even saying she looked ugly, but she looked average. She looked average. But she trying to compare herself like she is supermodel status. She's trying to compare that she's supermodel status and then using that as a saying that she looks too good to be going to a chain restaurant. What kind of stuff is that? I don't know where the ego of these modern women came from. Well, I know where it came from, social media. And this is why relationships are being destroyed. These ego of these modern women right here.
I want to talk about it. Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk
you
about it.
so you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to.
Look at what? Yo. And then it's a black woman too. So even when a black woman is divesting, this is not a black man she's dealing with. Even with the black woman's divesting, they still mess it up. This is why black women are the least married. Even when she get a man of a different race, you still mess it up. Crazy.
But when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get.
And oh my gosh, this is something I gotta say as well. Modern women, y'all need to shut up. about trying to use traditionalism when it benefits y'all. Y'all not traditional. You don't want to listen to men. You don't want to get married. You don't want to have a traditional family. Yeah, you always want to say what the man's supposed to do. The man's supposed to take you out. You're courting a beautiful woman. They love to do that. But then when you tell her, when you have expectations, when you tell her something, when you expect her to listen, when you expect her to be submissive, all of a sudden this is not the 1950s. But then, oh, men need to make women's life easier. Men need to pay the bills. Men need to be men. But women are not women. So why would we need to be men to y'all? You're not real women. Y'all modern women. You're not the women that are marriageable. You're not courtable. You're dateable. We'll take you out just to smash, but you're not courtable. You're not. We cannot marry y'all.
Courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right? Yeah.
And that had nothing to do with taking you out. That had nothing to do with taking. If that's how it's supposed to do, I can take you to the park real quick. We can have a little picnic. We can go to Starbucks real quick. I get you some coffee and whatnot. We can have a little sit down. But she talking about covering. You're supposed to cherish her. You're supposed to treat her well. They think that's Ruth Chris. And then they want to say that's what's it called? They want to say that's medium. They want to say that's bare minimum. Yeah, they want to say that's the bare minimum. But they want to, but she's not even saying nothing. Oh, you gotta cover her. You gotta cover her. You gotta court her. Okay, I can just take you to Starbucks real quick. You can be covered real nice in Starbucks. All right. Go to the movies at 1 p.m. so we can catch the early. We can catch the matinee. $5. You'll be covered real nice there. But she complaining. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
So she's insulting him. She insulted him. She's like, "Oh, you've been pretty close, but Cheesecake Factory," insulting him over the Cheesecake Factory. And then you can tell this is an older woman. She passed the wall. She's in the 30s because for some reason when modern women hit the 30s, they get into this ego that they're like the best pick, and men are not attracted to that. This is a turnoff right here. Like the more she talks, the uglier she becomes to me. Like her rating is going down. Like at first, when she don't open her mouth, she could definitely be an 8. But the more she talks, she goes down. She's a 7.5. She talking about Cheesecake Factory. Oh, that's a 7. Then we talking about she ego. A beautiful woman like me, you're just average. Well, a lot of women don't realize they mouth can turn them off as well, exceeding their beauty. It doesn't matter sometimes. Sometimes your mouth can supersede your beauty, no matter how bad she is. And then look at her, the ego on her right now. Cheesecake Factory. Man.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well,
First of all, man, you literally on this video, you literally locked this man's door when he was trying to open the door for you. So just this video right now, we already showed she was uncooperative. He gonna explain what his reasoning, but just this video right now, not even you're not going to the Cheesecake Factory. You locking the man's door. You're complaining about the date. You're being uncooperative just this moment. He gonna explain his reasoning, but it's so funny how delusional these amount of women are. Man, like the video, man. P. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, like even like when we were walking the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that. When I got your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay.
Now look again. Look at her trying to justify her BS. She complained about Cheesecake Factory, but he's giving his expectations. Now you can say his expectations are out of line or whatever. Because honestly, I agree with her with the whole holding, touching thing. I don't want no woman I'm going on the first date with grabbing up on me. That's kind of weird, honestly. But she her expectation is, oh, I'm so beautiful. Why are you taking me to Cheesecake Factory? So compared to his expectations, it's his expect her compared to her expectations, his expectations is nothing. I didn't know grab me. That's nothing. That don't mean nothing. Him just sitting inside the house and waiting for her, that means nothing. Because all he's doing is sitting inside the house and waiting instead of waiting inside the car. Because he's not insinuating smashing. He's insinuating, oh, you're taking maybe a little longer time. Let me sit inside your house. Because anything can happen in the car. Let me sit inside your house, and then when you're ready to leave, we can leave. But she's saying, I don't know you yet, which is fine. That makes sense as well. But it can go the other way. He's gonna break it down. I'm gonna let this guy talk.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God! Let me tell you, women really think to looking beautiful for a date is doing everything you need to do as a woman. No, you're not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And honestly, if you're really going by dating, like the original dating, you're supposed to smash the dude at the end because that is what dating is. If you know the history of dating, you know dating is based off prostitution. That's dating. She's talking about courting, which does not involve sex at the end. However, courting also involves the family arranging the marriage as well. You arranging the marriages, y'all meet each other, and then y'all go out and court and do all that. He's supposed to do what he's supposed to do like that. This is not court. This is not a courting right here. This is not courting right here. And in modern women think all they have to do is just be beautiful, and that's it. That's all they got to do for the date. No, it's not. So the man has to go and find a place, pick you up, wait for you, pay for everything, plan the date, and all you gotta do is just show up. And women don't even do that. That's why men are over dating right now. Cause you gotta put in all this work for a woman that might not show up. Let's continue.
Right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at
I mean,
my planner where we were gonna go.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right, right there. Call him.
See,
Call him.
no.
What do you mean no?
See,
I love that. What do you mean no? She never. Yo, this is why men don't date these boss babes right here. So demanding. He said that was the original plan. She's like, okay, call him, and he's not doing that because she was being uncooperative. She didn't meet his standards, and now she's trying to demand because he wants her company. Women, your company is not worth much anymore. Honestly, men are actively choosing to be alone than to take you guys out. And this is why I'm telling y'all, man, y'all should accept buying a dog and dying alone because it's not because these modern women now they're so uncooperative that even dates like a Cheesecake Factory is bare minimum, and you're ashamed for it. So now you might as well just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna dial on anyway. Drop these women. You're gonna see what he does. You're gonna see how he does it. He does a great job ending this and ending this date."
see,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I
for an hour,
understand,
right?
but I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long.
This is what you get for dating the boss babe right here. Work is always going to interfere with the plans that you try. Look how he had the date set up. He said four. He let her know 4 p.m. the day beforehand and the morning of 4 p.m. But instead of letting the man know, oh, I'm going to be a little late, she make excuse. I didn't realize work was going to take so long. And this is what you're going to have to deal with when you date with a woman like this. Work is always going to supersede you and the family. And she will always break up and destroy the family for her career. He's actually dodging a huge bullet right here. Because imagine if he would have continued with this relationship and got married and having children with her. It would have been over in 5 years. And this is an older black woman too. You can tell by the way she acting. This is an older black woman. And again, this is why you don't date older women. Look at how she's acting right now. Uncooperative, angry, complaining about Cheesecake Factory. Come on, man.
I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
and that's why I'm saying I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if
Now
I'm paying for the whole.
look at her face. Look at her face when her argument of we're not I don't know you yet and we're not at that place for me to do something like that is flipped to her. Now all of a sudden is okay, well if we're not in the relationship, this part of the relationship that I come and sit in your house, you're right. I agree. We're not in that part of the relationship. So you'd be you're touching on me. That's fine. Maybe we're not this part of the relationship to take you on a fancy date. And this is why the first date always needs to be a coffee date or some low effort date, men. Because this is not, it's not because about money. It's really not. Honestly, it's not about money at all. It's to test her, to see how she will react. it's a vetting tool to see how she will react with that date. Now, if you go through it with that, that's on you. But you just let her. Just you don't even have to even go through. You can just lie about it. But let her know that you're going to take her to some low effort date and see how she'll react. That will tell you how that right there will let you know how your whole entire relationship will be if you just decide to pursue that. That will let you know right there if she has red flags. If you just tell her, we're gonna I'm gonna take you out to Starbucks or some crap like that, and she has you just see how she reacts. That's gonna let you know instinctively how your relationship's gonna be if you try to pursue that. But look at how it's flipped on her head. Look at how it's flipped on her head right now. All of a sudden, oh, I don't know you. We're not there yet. He's deciding to use that reverse psychology on her, and now she's not loving it. You can tell in her face she's not loving it.
Whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been,
Okay.
but if we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
Late. It was
Right.
that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
And look at her trying to lie. Oh my God, we wasn't that late. He's like, yeah, we literally left at the time the reservation was supposed to be. That's why I told you an hour. And again, and men, and this is another tool for y'all men. If y'all gonna date, plan. You gotta plan like ahead, like 2 hours in ahead. Cause these modern women think they're so beautiful that they have to take their time. They're never on time with stuff. You got to do it like 2 hours. He should have told her 2 hours ahead instead of an hour ahead. The way these modern women be acting, he should have planned for later on in the evening, like around 8 or something. If he was going to take her out,
I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
I'm waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't
just said,
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
why though? That don't make no sense. Why? Like nobody is checking for you, lady. Like nobody is checking for you. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, is that chick?" Honestly, you're more embarrassing now than you would have been if you would just went inside the Cheesecake Factory. Nobody would have cared if you went to the Cheesecake Factory. But this is the ego of the modern women right here. They think everyone is looking at them and everybody's paying attention to just them. Makes no sense at all. And all of a sudden, Cheesecake Factory is too good for them.
there's nothing wrong
I
with
will
that.
die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said,
Why? That don't make no sense. Why is that embarrassing? I don't get it. I've never heard that before in my life. That don't makes no sense. I've never heard nobody disrespect Cheesecake Factory like this. Ever. Even the women that wanted the 200K men, I've never heard them talking about Cheesecake Factory. I don't know if this is a thing, but I guess it's a thing now because she's talking about it.
a very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully,
Good for this guy, man. This is how you need to operate. All right. If the date is not going well, if she's acting like this, the date's not going well, you have to abort mission. Do stop. This is why you got to accept buying a dog and dying alone. This is why you got to accept it, men, because you got to have the wherewithal to know that you're going to lose women, and you got to have the strength to be like, yo, okay, if this is not what you like, I'm just gonna drop you off and we'll just end the date here. A lot of these other men, they will want to continue the date. They will want to acclimate. Oh, let's go to a different restaurant then. Oh, let's do this. Let's find something else. Let's do that. If she is not because she's not paying for nothing. If she is not going along with the date, drop her off at home. Y'all men are so scared to die alone that you will go and do whatever it takes to be with this woman. Take her out. Oh, she don't like Cheesecake Factory. All right, we go to a different restaurant. Oh, she don't like this restaurant. We go to a different restaurant, and then she will use it to her advantage during the relationship. Every time she wants to do something, she will act just like a child like this. And then when you put your foot down, all of a sudden you'll be controlling. You'll be manipulative. You'll be the one that's abusive just because you told her, no, I don't want to do this. You put your foot down in the beginning. You let them know what's going on. And then you do not be afraid of being alone. You let them know I am willing to be alone than to be with you. Oh, you don't want to go to this restaurant? Oh, you bitching? Okay, I'm just gonna drop you off at home and never talk to you again.
I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't. Yeah. So you just want to call it a night?
I'm wondering how they met too. This kind of feels like because it's kind of weird that he didn't really know her personality before he picked her up. Because when you meet somebody, this got to be like online or something. They might have had met online or something, or on some dating app or something like that. Because it makes no sense that he wouldn't really know her to some degree if they would have met somewhere or talked somewhere face to face, or been working or together or something. So this might have been like a Bumble or like a Tinder date or something like that. This how those kind of type of dates usually go when they actually go on a date. Because honestly, a lot of these women when they get with a divester, they somehow love to change up. You see how some of these black women, or when they go out of the states anyway, when they go out of the Western civilization, Western women are kind of messing it up now. But when they date out and they do the passport sis or whatever, they will acclimate to the guy. However, these are Western women we're talking about, and they're messing it up. They just keep messing it up for themselves.
I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
Uh,
Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry. But if I don't feel respected,
Yo, she want to talk about compromise.
I'm gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well,
She talking about compromise. The compromise would have been you to go inside the Cheesecake Factory. That was a compromise. Because he had to compromise with her because they were late. So he had to compromise and be like, okay, we're running late. I have to compromise with us running late because I said 4 o'clock. Because we're trying to hit this date. We got to compromise. We're going to the Cheesecake Factory because you were late. But she complaining and she messed it up. Now he put his foot down and he's like, okay, we're just not right for each other then. And man, this is how you got to think. Because these modern women will leave you. Again, look at how she's acting. She's acting like this over Cheesecake Factory. So she would have left. She probably would have ended the day over Cheesecake Factory. So this is how you gotta do, fellas. If you don't feel the vibe is right, you gotta end it. That's all you got. That's it. That's it.
I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you
And
sure you
it's
want to go?
so and it's so funny to me that now when the consequences happen, that's when women want to listen to men. We will talk and talk and talk and talk until we are blue in the face. They don't want to listen. But then when the consequences happen, it happens all the time when you watch the video cam the police cam videos. The police will tell these women, will give them so many outs like, hey, you can go home before we arrest you, go home before we take you to jail, go home, go home, go home. They will not listen. Then when they put in handcuffs, it's please let me, I was about to go home. I was about to go home. Let me go. I was about to go home. They always do this. And you can see in this situation, now all of a sudden, when he put his foot down, when he says, "Oh, well, okay, we're gonna end the date," now it's let's compromise. I'm willing to compromise. Now all of a sudden, she wants to talk with him. The whole time she was complaining that the date that Cheesecake Factory, she wouldn't even let she was playing with this man's car, locking the doors. Now all of a sudden she wants to compromise. This is modern dating for y'all, man. Buy a dog, die alone. Because these modern relationships, dating is not worth it anymore. It's not worth it.
Home?
Uh, I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already said them, and you've broken everyone. So I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
Shout out to this guy right here. He wanted to protect his peace.
All right, whatever. Well,
And this is why she's disappointed. She was actually hoping to build a relationship off of this. She was actually hoping to build a relationship off of this. But unfortunately, these modern women, they love to think that their attitude, no matter what, that men should love them no matter what, an attitude and all. They don't realize that men are not willing to lose their peace over them anymore. We're really not anymore. Like we're MGTOW, like we listen to Andrew Tate. We're not willing to deal with the stress that come with dealing with these modern women anymore. And her disappointment comes from she's older, she's not young as she used to be. Dates are different now. Dating is different than when she was younger, and she was hoping to get a relationship off of this. She was acting a mess. Oh, Cheesecake Factory. And again, she would have done this later on in the relationship. So if she acting like a child now, and he acclimate to her, then she would have done it again later on. It was something bigger and worser, like with marriage or something. But she's disappointed because she thought she was gonna get her way, and she didn't.
I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming
They love to apologize after the fact. They love to apologize after the fact. Fellas, this is how y'all gotta be though. This is how y'all gotta be though. This is why I'm telling y'all, men, you might as well accept the fact that you're gonna die alone because this is how modern relationships are. This is how modern relationships are gonna be for the rest of the time, and it's gonna get worse. It's going to get worse, but y'all gotta be prepared to be able to shut it down. Y'all got to be prepared to shut it down when it's not serving you, because you're the one that's gonna have to do all the work. You have to plan. You have to plan the date. You have to set the time. You have to pick her up. You have to wait on her. You have to pay for everything. You have to make sure that she's entertained and not the other way around. You have to continue the conversation. You have to make sure she's safe. You have to make sure that she's having fun. You have to make sure she's happy, but you don't get the same treatment. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, what do you get from that? Nothing. Nothing. You'll get a woman that's going to cry and complain the moment you decide to sit down from going to work. You ask her, "Can you cook me a meal?" She's going to and complain to you that I'm not your mom. You tell her, "I don't like when you do this," or you tell her you tell her, "I don't like when you do this." She's gonna complain, "Do you love your mother? How's your relationship with your mother?" It's so funny. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop, as well as if you want to help grow this page monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App. You can see the Cash App down on the banner below. You can also subscribe to my Twitch, twitch.tv/XS Underground Z, and help me grow from there. But all right, guys. You guys be safe. I will talk with you guys soon. Again, you might as well be prepared to die alone, guys, because at this point there's no there's no turning back. Dating is dead. All right, you guys be safe. Have a good one. You guys, peace.